High for jammed up journals, JUJ, I won't judge you, so don't judge me.
Even though I done changed my life, criminal records what they judging me by. That's why.
You know what we doing out here, bro. South by Southwest takeover, bro. Jammed up journals, you know where we at.
Hey man, so man, as a kid that did South Walking right now, man, I'm rocking with jammed up journals, man. And we trying to teach for you that you can be the truth and not have to lose your years and cry the tears when catching these charges in these streets. You know what I'm talking about?
That's RJ 150, the biggest hoodie. I'm here with Jammed Up Journals doing it big, South by Southwest. It's Rich Soul, and we on Jammed Up Journals, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in.
Little J-Bo checking in, man. Shout out Jammed Up Journals, man.
It's your boy Terrell, aka Reggie Killer. You know what it is, I'm jammed up, you know? Jammed up journal, man. That's how we go.
Good time out here. Texas taking care of me, you know what I'm saying?
Stay out of trouble, don't trouble nobody.
Order!
Back out.
Check out.
Y'all know what it is. The boss in the building, baby.
He in the building. You see how he jumped in? You don't even wait, man. It's Jammed Up Journals. And I'm your host, Big Rock.
Who else?
Mr. Hoffa. And I'm here with my co-defendant. Block. What up, nigga?
All day, let's go!
We here with our pop-up, man. We in the city's the trap edition. And I got the one and only, a person who is influential. I could tell by his energy when we did something earlier. But let me cut to the chase, man. We got Floss the Boss.
Boss.
What's up, baby? Y'all know what it is, man.
man.
Nice to be here, man. How
Yo,
y'all doing?
Thank you for, sticking around, and this show is about a lot of things, but the first thing we want to get into is the mind frame. So when we do that, we're going to get into...
Rep your hood.
Rep your hood. Where you from?
Basically, tell us where you from, rep your neighborhood.
Man, I'm originally from New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? But I live in Dallas now in the north. You know what I'm saying? So I'm repping the north, man. North D-Town, baby.
So how long you been in Dallas?
Man, I've been there for about, maybe 8 years. 8 years, off and on.
So New Orleans is more home then?
Yeah,
All
that's where I'm from.
Okay. So now, you growing up in New Orleans, you'll be the first person that I've introduced, conversated with on this platform from New Orleans, right? So I want you to...
brothers from New Orleans.
Okay.
So I want you to bring me into the whole New Orleans energy, aesthetic from when you was a child growing up to see the things that led you to the path that, you went.
From where I'm from in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of drug dealing going on. There was a lot of killing. There was a lot of just, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of nonsense going on. So as a kid, watching these things, it kind of prepared you instead of having the mind state of wanting to get away from it, you get sucked into it because you start looking at the dope. Yes, you start looking at the dope dealers in the hood as like they celebrities, and you want to become, I want that Benz, or I want that, what he got, I want the girls that he got, you know what I'm saying? So it takes your mind off what you wanted to do in life. You know what I'm saying? Because, we all as kids had dreams of, oh man, I want to play football, I want to play basketball. But, you know what I'm saying, when you surrounded in a lifestyle, like around that type of environment, it's easy to take your attention off what you want to do.
Streets raise you quick.
They raise you quick, man. And I'm here to tell y'all now, man, and this for everybody out there, man. Focus on you. Do what you want to do. Don't be attracted by all the stuff that you see around you in your neighborhood, because it's going to lead you to prison, man. And I'm living proof of it, man.
Be a leader.
Be a leader, not a follower, man. Yeah.
You said it better than I could have even thought of, man. I want to know some of the experiences that you had, because I can just imagine growing up in New Orleans, you must have experienced something like this. Family members getting in and out of the prison system. How did those kind of things, who was it? How did it happen? Not while they got locked up, but how did it happen with you growing up? How did that affect you?
Man, it affected me a lot, man, from going and seeing them in prison. And
who's them?
Like my uncles was in prison. I ended up going to prison. They were trying to keep me from going to prison. I ended up going to prison. But I was so, like I said, I was so distracted and easily influenced by that lifestyle. I wanted it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. So, and I know this mentality. So you're telling me by seeing your family going into prison, you kind of wanted to go through it the same way? Yeah, because
I had this feeling of wanting to be accepted as a gangster. So I thought that was we go to prison, we hard, we tough.
The title for that, that's what some people consider the rite of passage.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like for you to become a man, this is what you got to go through.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, you can man up. Now, I will say, that there's certain people that who make it out of that are better men for it. You know what I'm saying? For being able to endure that and change that into something that can be positive for their life.
Yeah,
That's true. But tell them why you certified out there. Let them know how you got jammed up. Tell your story to the world. Let them know what it is.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man, and I can only put it clear as possible and real as it is, man. I'll hang with the wrong crowd. You are who you hang around. So if you hanging around people that's doing wrong, eventually you're gonna succumb to doing wrong. And back in 2003, I was hanging around with the wrong crowd, man. Selling drugs, running the streets, doing our best stuff. My homeboy jacked somebody for some doping money. It came back on him. I'm with him. So, you know, I felt like I said, that mentality, oh, I got to ride, I got to be hard, I got to do this. And I ended up catching a murder case called a first-degree murder case, man. Got a 25-year sentence, did 17 on the 25 in Texas prison system. 17 years flat from having a circle of people that I didn't need around me. But I felt like I need them around me. You know what I'm saying? And the best words of wisdom I can give you is keep a small circle, man, and pick the people that you hang around now, man. If you pick with people that's positive, you're going to be positive. You run with a bunch of thugs and all they talk about is this and that and that. Eventually, that bad energy is going to rub off on you and you're going to start doing that, man. Choose the people right, man. Choose your circle, man. And it's cool to say no, man. That's the problem. Everybody feel like they gotta be
say
tough.
Yes all the fucking time.
Yeah, man. Say no sometime, man. Your homeboy wants you to take a ride and go do this. No, man. You got a life to live, man. And it don't consist of being behind bars, man. Because if you knew what go on behind bars, only a sucker would glorify being in prison.
How many people you feel you hurt when you went behind bars?
Man, I heard my kids, I heard my family, I heard everybody, all my loved ones, everybody that love me, man. Because not only that you doing time, they doing time.
That's what I'm trying to pass.
You see what I'm saying? They doing time too.
You're fucking selfish to think, and I'm selfish myself in actions, but you're selfish to think that it's just you going through some shit.
Yeah, man.
Nigga, motherfucker, your mother gotta go and put commissary money all the time.
Yeah.
Your mother gotta go do the extra shit so she can put fucking phone calls and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like taking the trips. That shit ain't easy. That shit ain't free. Plus, it gives you a fucking mental stress that it's hard to even focus on the other things while you're trying to juggle, especially unnecessary shit.
Yeah.
And you realize who's there for you and who ain't there for you.
Yeah, you definitely realize that.
Those letters gonna start coming in by the none, by the zero.
Man, I'm gonna tell you the whole time I was in there, the whole time I was in there, asked me how many people wrote me and came to see me. Asked all them homeboys that I was with, and asked me how many wrote me.
How many?
Maybe 2. Out of
the gang.
Out of the whole gang, man. 2 people. And then they wrote one time and never heard from them again. Ask them how many people put money on my books. Nobody. My family looked out for me. My little brother looked out for me, man. I owe everything I'm doing now to everything to my little brother, man. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have made it through that prison system, man.
So what are some of the craziest things you saw in there?
Man, I mean, I've seen it all, man. I done seen dudes get stabbed up bad. I mean, it's like a jungle, you know what I'm saying? Just like my new single I just put out, Jungle, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Perfect
a jungle.
Segue now. Welcome to the jungle. That's our saying, right? Because we from the jungle state.
Yeah.
New Jersey is the jungle state, right? So we always say welcome to the jungle. So when I heard you say that, the record, I was like, oh shit. This on the video, I looked at you and I was like, oh shit, they got one, you heard? You talked about music.
Yeah.
Tell me when did music become a part of your life?
Well, you know, it was already a part of my life before with the prison. That's what I was doing.
Oh, so you was rapping in jail?
Yeah, I was rapping already, but that setback destroyed everything for me. You know what I'm saying?
So wait. All right, let's get this straight. Before you went into prison for your 17-year stretch, you was already making music.
Man, I was dropping albums and everything, man. But I was under a different name. I was under Big Floss then.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When I got out of prison, you know, you change your whole identity to somebody else. Because I'm not that Big Floss from back then no more. I'm Floss the ball.
I reinvent yourself.
I reinvent myself.
And I think that's healthy too, though.
It is healthy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Kind of break out of that shell.
Because it makes you know that you're not the same person before this. Now you're a new person.
Now I'm a new person, new
and improved. He was Big Floss. Now he Floss the boss.
Yeah,
it's businessman making boss moves.
Making boss moves. Yes, definitely.
So who were your first influences?
Man, well, as far as music, man, I was a big fan of mostly like East and West, like Jay-Z, Sebo from the West Coast Mafia, Young Mouth. I'm talking about You know what I'm saying? UGK. You know what I'm saying? These the type of people. Benny Siegel.
Beans, shout out to Beans.
Man,
Beans,
man, I'm telling you, man, I like a lot of on both sides. You know, I'm all coast. You know what I'm saying?
So when you took your music serious,
Yeah.
in comparison to you doing it now, what do you see the differences in your kind of characteristics of who you are as a person?
As a person?
As a person, like before you went into prison, you
The
might
mentality you had before you went to the prison to the mentality you have now.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna be honest. Prison taught me a lot, man. And when you're raised up in prison, it's like
wait. So you felt like you were raised in prison?
Yes, because the things that I was
17 years.
Trust me, man. Prison is a whole different
life.
world of itself. You know what I'm saying? Prison gonna make you be a man.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be something else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So being in prison, God start revealing to you everything that goes on, the people you hurt, everything that, and it builds your character. Because now you start pinpointing your problems and you seeing how to solve them now.
Yeah.
Okay, I was doing this. I'm not getting out doing that no more. Okay, I did this. I'm staying away from people like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even be in that position no more. You know what I'm saying? So you learn how to grow as a man. You know what I'm saying? And while I was in there, I did a bunch of writing as far as my music, but I also read a lot of books and I try to get my mind more on a business sense to when I get out, I want to own businesses. I want to do this.
I mean, shit, to me, that's obvious from you because you have the name Floss the Boss.
Yeah.
And I've already seen that kind of energy about you.
Yeah.
Another energy that I see about you is a lot of confidence. You speak with a lot of power.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's something I feel seeing you makes you a person who knows what you want.
Yes.
Knowing what you want, do you still feel like you have distractions that can kind of hinder that growth?
Not if I don't let it. Like I said, you are
So you think it's natural
around.
for people to have these kind of distractions, but you maintain it?
I maintain. I control it now. Cause sometimes I be around a bad crowd and they be talking, yeah, we gonna do this and do that, and I ease on away from them. It's cool to say no. Say no sometimes.
You know
recently,
shout out to my sister Cheeks. She told me something about like, don't block your blessings. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And it's like every time I allow the distraction to consume me, I block the blessing from my opportunity.
That's wise words. That's wise words.
Yo, shout out to Cheeks. I love you, sis. She embedded that in my head, and it's like now I'm constantly seeing opportunities that I can easily go into for failure. And I'm like, remember what I told you about last night? I was like, nah, the universe is testing me right now. Like right this second, the universe is testing me. Am I gonna kick up? Am I gonna fold? Like even right now with Frizzy showing me some love with the SD card, right? That's a blessing right there.
Everything's coming into play. Every problem we run across or come across, something happens. So I'm a firm believer in that what's meant to happen is going to happen. You are who you are, and you're always going to be that. So you're going to be successful, you're going to be successful.
Well,
sometimes things come to you later in life than younger in life because you wasn't ready to have the responsibility to take care of that situation that you were going to get into. You had to go through some things
to make you
grow up so that when you got this, you know how to treat it.
So but I'm going to tell you this, though. You got to line yourself up with God, too.
Yeah, so that's what
it starts with God.
I agree with that, but the only thing that I would have to add on to that is that we had a purpose to be. That was always written. But then we have the opportunity and the choice to go away from that. So you are who you are who you're supposed to be, but you can make the decision to get away from that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's what some things that I feel.
Just being here, breathing, looking at each other right now, we're all winners. Because there was a billion, when your parents had me, there was a billion chances you wouldn't be you, but you.
Yeah.
You woke up this morning.
No doubt.
You're breathing.
No doubt.
I'm the luckiest motherfucker on the
That's
planet.
So every day above ground is a beautiful day, man.
Yeah.
So now, I want you to tell us the messages that you have for the young Floss the Boss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the message for that young man before he went and did that bid? In whatever situations you put, not just in that one, in any situation. What's your message for that young man that's still out there in Dallas and in New Orleans?
Ready to make your mistakes that you made, but you can give them a better way.
My message to y'all, man, is stick to the plan, man. Build you out a plan. Build you out a goal and stick to that same goal, man. Don't stray off to the left, don't stray off to the right, but stay straight on that goal. But you gotta put God first. If you ain't found it in God and line yourself up with God and make good decisions in life, you're gonna go every step you take forward, you're gonna take 2 steps back. So you gotta line yourself up with God, man. Put him first and everything gonna succeed, man. And you just keep shooting for your dream. Don't stop, because there's times I want to give up. It's times I say, man, you know what, forget this music stuff, man. I'm done, man. I ain't seeing no success. And I wouldn't be where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? Doing podcasts, doing interviews, doing songs with major artists, everything, man. So you got to stay aligned, man. You got to stay on your path because it's easy to get distracted.
You know, and I know now, you know, we staying in the hotel over there. We out there in South by, right? I know you see me how I handle my business in the morning. Yeah. So for me, I'm not pushing my beliefs on anybody else, but for me, you know, I kneel, I pray to my Most High, and I always ask for forgiveness. You know, I repent my sins.
Yes.
To, even when it's just a thought, like how we spoke about. You know, sometimes we have these thoughts, and it's a sin in itself. And the more that I wipe that out of my memory bank and let it out and ask for repentance, the more that I'm able to fill up my space with something positive. Yep. And I always look in the mirror and give myself self-affirmations. You know, it's not to be egotistical, like, oh, nigga, you that nigga, you fly, you know, it ain't that. But it's to build the value, to know that I have value. Like, I'm valuable.
He do some fly shit. I like it. Shit. He puts a thing on the mirror and tells him exactly what. It's like a list of. A list of motivations.
Like build your character, man.
Like the last one was like call back the block and wake him up and some shit.
But you know how I always ended off? And shout out to my man Stice. I give myself a high five in the mirror.
Yeah, that's live.
You know what I mean? I just yo, I love you. You're God-fearing. You're beautiful, respectable, integrable. You empathetic. And then I high five myself in the mirror. Yeah. And I tell myself what today's plans is going to be. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And now when I've said it, my subconscious has recorded that. And my subconscious doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. Yeah. But my subconscious records, you're doing this today. You're going to get it done. Yeah. Ain't no falls, like you're gonna have problems and you're gonna solve it. You're gonna be 10 toes down, you're gonna figure this shit out. Because ain't nobody else gonna figure it out for myself. And if I don't do it, then I'm gonna be jammed up again, and my kids are gonna be fucked up in the game because daddy fell victim to the same goofy shit that I was already knowing was gonna happen. And them distractions take you away. So I look in the mirror and I tell myself my subconscious registers it, and then when I get that opportunity to go left and right, I go straight.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, we talked about music. Tell me what you got going on with the music right now.
Man, I just dropped a video, man. The Jungle.
The Jungle.
It's already at 105,000. I just dropped it 2 weeks ago, man. And I've been connecting with artists like Maxo Cream. That's the big homie, man. The Sauce family, man. TSL, my boy Sauce Wood. Shout out to my boy Sauce Woodwind, man. We just did a song the other day, man. Well, we wrecked that, bro.
Shout out to Sauce Walker, who in the building right next door about to pull up. Y'all gonna see it.
Man.
Shout out to Sauce Walker.
I just been working, man. I just been rap hustling. You know what I'm saying? Doing these shows, man, and just doing it, man.
What can we expect from you in the next couple months?
Man, work, man, and not stopping, man. Lining myself up, you hear me? Work, man.
I can dig it. Yo, you know, you didn't give me what was it normally? You heard me.
You heard me.
You heard me. Dallas caught you a little bit. Changed up the link a little bit.
Yeah.
Anything you want to let the people know before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. Check out that album, man. Floss the Boss, man. You can look me up on my IG, Big Floss 1976, or you can go to YouTube and look up Floss the Boss. I'm on everything. Spotify, Apple Music. I'm on all platforms, man. I'm doing it big, man. Ride with your boy, man. Check my shit out, man. If you fuck with me, man. If you don't, I still respect you, man. Stay out of that prison system. Yeah. And, man, this is the coolest podcast and dopest podcast ever, man. So come and check this podcast out, man. And I love y'all, man. And stay down, man.
Floss the Boss throwing game at you right there.
The boss in the building, baby.
You know, I've also felt the same thing, man, because the system has got us all caught up. Because we really ain't meant to survive, because it's a setup.
And even though you're fed up,
you gotta keep your head up. Peace. My man. Yeah. Come on now. Come on, bring it in.
Straight out the jungle. You know what I'm saying? Life get real. FCR Entertainment. You know what it is when we come through. You know what it is. Straight out the line. Crash out boys. Walking Gucci sandals, lie down on Persian rugs. Yellow with cold killers. hustle with hard thugs, swim with the sharks, homie, played in the lion's den, wrestle with gorillas for real, the jungle my friend, walk in Gucci sandals, lie down in Persian rugs, gamble with cold killers, hustle with hard thugs, swim with the sharks, homie, played in the lion's den, wrestle with gorillas for real, the jungle my friend, calculated all my moves, don't get this shit confused, that's how you pay your dues, he take a loss refuse, that niggas pick and choose, I know what's wrong with dude, he say he's swarming who, don't make me harm him too, tie him up and starve him too, my clique is breadwinners, so greedy fans dinner, eat before they pay dinner, my nigga Greg Splinter, slide with a COVID mask, that boy 20 months, they slide when they know it's cash, that Ricky gon' blast, them shells gon' burn fast, I see my house run off the block, 40-yard dash, take house are full of cash, take house are beat in half, what's going away, full of dash,
That's all good. That's all good. We got it there.
Get that whole C note, I bet that bitch gon' deep, bro. I'm off that weed smoke, my gut be full of drink. Sipping cocaine and perfect green, my gut be full of drink. Just bought a brand new Lambo, it's camouflage Kimbo. I'm out that bitch like Sambo, my trunk be full of that ammo. You tryna play like Rambo, my 50 you on the handle. That's recent me some random, homies gon' light your candle. Walk down on Gucci sandals, lie down on Persian rugs. I get them with cold killers, hustle with hard thugs. Swam with the sharks, homie, played in the lion's den. Wrestle with gorillas for real, the jungle my friend. The streets I'm bedded in, marriage I'm wedded in. Not a Knicks holding the parking list, I let it in. Cartier on bust down, wrist and chain on bust down. What's up, man? It's Floss the Boss, you know what I'm talking about. Running with Jammed Up Journals, man. Supporting all convicts coming out of prison. Everybody who done some time, I had a hard life, man. They repping for you, man. This is the interviews, man. They live in the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? I just did 17 flat in the penitentiary, homie. You know what I'm saying? Just came home, back in the music game again and turning up. You know what I'm saying? Mess with Jammed Up Journals, man, because that's where it's at. For real, though.
Jammed Up Journals.
Order, order, order!